Hi, this is Jason, and this is my daily vlog called Living with CMT. I hope you enjoy.
Hello folks, it's 5 o'clock on Thursday evening. I didn't end up going up my mum's today. I didn't really feel like it when I got up, to be honest with you. Got a bit of a slight headache. I'm going up on Saturday. Tomorrow we're definitely out, so you might get a bit of filming from Costa. Not a lot happened today. It's been a bit quiet. I've been onto the news and been reading different stories and bits and bobs, but nothing's really stood out today. I know there's a bit of a controversial thing going on at the moment because they picked a non-disabled man to play the part of the Elephant Man in the new adaptation for BBC, and there's been uproar saying they should have used disabled actors, blah blah blah. Now, yes, this is a good point, but nobody's actually pointed out that all the actors that have played the Elephant Man have not been disabled. The first one I remember playing it was the very fantastic Sir John Hurt. Wonderful actor, fantastic actor. He's been in some brilliant films, most famous for an alien exploding out of his chest in the first Alien film, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, really good actor, and he played the part fantastic. Obviously he played the part of Merrick, which obviously is the Elephant Man. Now again, it's another one of these things where we're taking things a bit too far. That's like saying if they're going to do a film about a footballer should play the part. If they're going to do a film about a magician should play the part. Actors and actresses train for these parts, right? And obviously, yeah, I'm not saying a disabled person can't do it. I'm not saying that at all, because obviously I'm disabled myself, and I don't like people telling me I can't do stuff. But what I'm saying is, yes, if you've got disabled actors and disabled actresses and all this kind of thing, yes, you can. I mean, one of the first disabled people I saw in something was really good. I think he's classed as disabled. I don't know what he's classed as, actually. And it was in an episode of A Touch of Frost. It was a Down syndrome bloke, actually. It was a lad with Down syndrome. And yes, they did get a man with Down syndrome to play the part because it wouldn't have looked right otherwise. It wouldn't have looked right at all. And he was absolutely fantastic. He was brilliant. He was a superb actor, and he's been in some stuff since, and he is really good. If you ever get a chance to watch it, it's an episode of A Touch of Frost, and I can't remember the name of it. I think it's called Care and Protection. I think it might be called Care and Protection. I'm not 100% certain. It might be the very first episode. I'm not sure. But anyway, no, it'd be a different one. Yeah, it'd be a different one. It'd be about episode 7 or 8. And what it basically is a girl goes missing, and this Down syndrome lad suspected, because he's got Down syndrome, they automatically think he's abused her and killed her. And there's a long-winded story about it, but it turns out he hasn't. But it's all about how the police deal with him. And the filming of it, they actually asked the actors, and the actors said that it was a very difficult episode to film because they didn't know how to act around this lad, because they didn't know whether he was sensitive to stuff like this or what. But all he did, he just got on with his acting and did a fantastic job. So if you get a chance to watch it. It's brilliant. But yeah, I think, to be honest with you, we're taking things a bit far now. We are taking things a bit far. People are getting a bit too het up about if you're not playing this, if you're not this, if you're not doing this, you're not doing this, and so on and so forth. I think we need to take a little step back and just chill out a little bit. We're getting too wound up and agitated. Too many stupid things are going on. And today, to be honest with you, my writer's block went, which was really good, and I wrote 2 brand new poems. And the first one I put on Facebook, and it's just called Can You Stop? And it's basically saying, stop doing this to the world. Stop destroying it. Stop making out that we own this planet and that we can do whatever we want to it, and there's going to be no consequences whatsoever. Now, I'm not a believer that, all this stuff that's going on in the world, all these disasters are man-made. I don't believe that. I believe some of it's natural, but I think it's basically, I know you can call me a fool, whatever you want. I think this is the planet's way of saying, you are destroying me at a rate of knots. I am going to take you back to the Stone Age. And if we're not careful, that's exactly what will happen. That's exactly what will happen, because there's floods, landslides, hurricanes, typhoons, and all sorts of stuff. And I'll tell you something now, if it carries on how it's going on, there's going to be literally earthquakes every hour in every place on the world, because it's getting more and more frequent and they're getting more and more severe. You know, the temperatures are rising in the summer and all this kind of thing. And I reckon that, not in my lifetime, maybe, I don't know, but I reckon that at some point this Earth will go back to how it was in the Stone Age, and they'll basically say, right, there's the Earth right at the beginning, have another go at it, because you certainly messed up the first time. Sorry, rant over. I feel strongly about things like that. When I see people abusing the planet and stuff, it really gets on me wick. One of the biggest things I hated about this was a few months ago, I saw about the plastic lake, well, river, mountain, sea, whatever you call it. It's absolutely massive. If you ever get a chance to read up on this, read up on Plastic Island, right? It is basically a big floating mass of all the plastic that's been dumped in the oceans that will not dissolve or go anywhere, and it's literally floating on top of the sea, and it is the size of a small island. It is absolutely horrendous. And this is things that people do because even in Blackpool, I mean, I live 5 minutes from the sea, literally. And on a day when people have been onto the beach and they go away and they leave the plastic bottles and everything on the beach, the tide comes in, picks it up and takes it out. To where? It's got to go somewhere, you know. And they don't give a monkeys because most of them are on holiday. So why do they care? They're going back to their jobs and they're going back to their inner city life. Why should they care about destroying the planet? Doesn't affect them, does it? They're in cities. Ooh, sorry, makes me so angry. It's a soapbox moment now. I apologise. But yeah, it cracks me up when people, you know, say all this about man are doing this, man are doing that, man are doing that. And then people say, oh, no, it's not down to that. It's not down to that. Of course it's down to that. I mean, I live in an area where not so long ago, they actually authorised fracking. Fracking is one of the most dangerous things you can possibly do. I don't know why they think they've got to do it. I have not got a clue. You drill into the Earth's crust when it's not supposed to be drilled into, mate, and go down far enough, you are going to disturb something and you are going to cause a lot of damage. You are going to cause a lot of repercussions from that, and I don't care what anybody says. And it's a strange coincidence how once the fracking started, they started having little like mini quakes and mini tremors and stuff all over the place, you know. I find that a bit of a coincidence myself. But yeah, the UK isn't really known for things like that. But, you know, in the last few years, we've had like not earthquakes, we've had like twisters. Twisters have been spotted in places like Birmingham and stuff. And you're like, what? Birmingham? It's the middle of the country. Where do you get a twister in England and Birmingham? But they've been spotted. You know, they've been spotted. And you're not telling me that's natural because, nah, there's something wrong somewhere. But like I say, the more we abuse this planet, the more we keep doing it, the more we keep doing it. And, you know, technology's taking over the world anyway, so I don't think it'll be about another 100 years and we'll be back to the Stone Age, I'm pretty sure of it. And good luck with the next generation, because the cock up this flipping one's made, it's ridiculous. And yet they're saying that we, the 40-year-olds from 40 years ago, have made a mess of this planet. What the hell do you think the next generation is doing to it? Everybody wants shortcuts to everything. Nobody's prepared to actually do anything. They want it all done for them. I mean, I have a lot of surveys about like smart stuff. Now, don't get me wrong, for a disabled person, things like smart heaters and stuff like that, fantastic, because you don't have to, you know, rely on keep standing up, getting down. But the majority of people that use them are tech people. They are people who have to have the latest gadget the minute it comes out. You know, if an iPhone 6 comes out, they've got to have the iPhone 7 the minute that comes out, then the iPhone 8, then the iPhone. It's exactly the same. I mean, we've got a smart meter for the electric and gas, right? Don't get me wrong, and it's ideal because I can check how much we're using per day, blah, blah, blah. But you can get smart washing machines that download cycles which will help you to do your washing properly. People have been washing for years. You honestly think they need a computer to tell them how to wash clothes? I know I don't. I mean, God, you know, don't get me wrong, I don't do tons and tons of washing, but I know how to put washing in a washing machine and put powder and liquid in it and put the timer on. It's not rocket science. But some of them, they've got like built-in computers which attach to the internet and allow you to download certain programs which will allow you to do certain washes and certain temperatures. What an absolute waste of time and effort that is. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting old. Who knows? Anyway, I've ranted for 10 minutes. I hope I haven't upset too many people. I probably have. If you want to have a chance to read the poem, it's on my Facebook page. If you just go onto my main Facebook page, I'll put it on there. I've also wrote another one today called Beautiful You, which I will put on at some point. But as I've actually written it about my wife, I want her to read it first, and then I will post it. So you all take care. I might do a video later. If not, this is the lot for today. Bye for now.
If you're enjoying the videos I'm doing and you want to see more, you can subscribe by clicking the link there. And if you want to see my exciting day from yesterday, you can click up there. Thank you again for taking the time to watch my videos. Bye for now.